Hello. This was supposed to be a video on a Philips 55-inch TV, but things have got on top of me a bit today. I've been carried away with just sorting a few things out, and I'm pretty exhausted. I've got a few other things to do, so I ain't going to be doing that. But I thought I'd do a follow-up on the Samsung. You can probably see here that the Samsung is working. The Samsung 49, it didn't need a main board after all, and I can switch it off. And I can switch it on. What more can a customer ask from a TV? I'll show you how I sorted that out. I mean, even though it didn't need a main board, my goodness, it took some time to repair. Probably 4 or 5 hours, just spending time on it and trying to catch it. But I'll tell you the story of that in a second. Just answering some of your questions today. One of the questions was connecting to the opening tool for getting the back off Samsungs, because I use a screwdriver. Somebody said, have you not got one of the Samsung tools? I used to have one of the Samsung original tools, but I lost that. And then I got a couple made from a 3D printer from a company that used to be known as Own Supplies in Liverpool that were pretty impressive and good for TV repair guys. But they decided, I think it was last year or the year before, that enough is enough. And they've got out of the business. So, no. I haven't. I'm happy using a screwdriver. If you know where to stick it, it's fine. If I'm not too sure where I'm going with my screwdriver, if I think I could cause some damage, obviously I don't. I will stick to either one of those or the original one. But I've just got out of the habit of using it. And most engineers that I know also now use a screwdriver. I think we were all a bit nervous 6 or 7 years ago when these non-screw backs came out. So we always did it delicately with a proper Samsung tool, but you don't have to do that. The other question was about this Samsung TV that is now working there. Somebody said, why don't you just put it into service mode and that will and reset it? Well, of course, the TV wasn't coming on. It wasn't coming on, so you can't get it into service mode unless the TV comes on. You don't just press a button in service mode and the TV comes on. If it's stuck in standby, it's stuck in standby. But I did manage to get it to come on. What was bugging me is that the customer said, well, it does come on. Because I said to them today, I couldn't get it to come on, as you saw in the video. But the customer said, yeah, it does come on sometimes, but we can't control it. The remote doesn't work after we've switched it on, and they've got 2 or 3 different remotes, so it's not a remote problem. So I thought, well, I've got a service remote. I'm not too sure if this remote control here is a service remote. No, it isn't. That's my service remote. There. So that's the service remote that I use, which is kind of a bit broken these days. It doesn't get used much. It says factory at the bottom, or it did. But you just press I. Where's I? I is there. I, and then you press factory, which is there, and that will. Well, I think I do this on the video. I wasn't making a video of it, but as some of you are aware, I do film everything I do just in case I get accused of stealing a part. Not that it's ever happened yet. It hasn't. But I film everything that I do. And sometimes if a miracle happens, I turn it into a video. And so this little miracle happened today. So I had an hour free, which turned into 3.5, 4 hours, because the customer did say to me that they can get the TV to come on sometimes, and when it does come on, well, they said they can get it to come on with their Sky remote, which I thought was really strange. But anyway, stranger things have happened. I'd been playing with this TV and had managed to get the backlights to come on, but I hadn't managed to get a picture. But then I realised I'd disconnected the LVDS cables. So then I thought, oh, we've got a screenshot here. But after playing around, lo and behold, and this did take hours, lo and behold, I get a picture. So straight away, I get the service remote, and I thought this would be a good time if the service remote works, and you only have to press 2 buttons on the service remote. So as long as it accepts the commands for those 2 buttons, then I can give this a factory reset. And if I can give this TV a factory reset, and by pressing the buttons it goes into factory reset mode, or it goes into service mode, and then I can choose factory reset, and that will completely wipe this TV. It now thinks the TV is brand new, just a couple of seconds old. And then I'm rather hoping that it comes back on, because it's taken hours to get this far. But as luck would have it, it does. It comes back on. I'll put it through its tests. I connect an Ethernet cable to it, and I use the Samsung. I can't remember what it's called. The Samsung's got their own kind of TV channel. Is it Samsung Magic Channel? No, that doesn't sound right. Anyway, I just put a cable in, connect it to the internet. I do try and do an update, and I do change the pin code on it just to make sure that I'm in command here if anything else does go wrong, just in case the original customer had changed it to something that they couldn't remember. And it all seemed to be fine, so I will just leave this video playing as I was mucking around with it today, and you'll get to see exactly what I've done. I mean, as I say, this is not edited in any way whatsoever, because it's just the cameras filming what I do, just in case I need to know where I put a screwdriver or where I've put a screw and how to put things back together again. I always leave the cameras rolling. Samsung TV Plus. That's what I was looking. Well, I don't have a Samsung TV at home anymore, so I'd forgotten all about this. But this is Samsung's own channels that you get once you connect it to the internet. And I've been testing this TV, switching it off, switching it on, testing the channels, and it all seems to be fine. So I'm pleased to say I'm classing this one as a fix. I'm asking the customer to come and bring their own remote before they come and give me any money, just to make sure they're happy, they see it work like they need to see it working. And it's, I think, how much did we see a main board for this yesterday? I can't remember now, somewhere between 80 and 150 quid, was it? I don't know, I really can't remember. But anyway, we haven't used any parts in this really, it's just labour time, and it seems to be okay. So once I managed to get it on and put it in service mode, do a factory reset, it's behaved itself. Why it stopped working correctly in the first place, I don't know. But it's okay now.